Hello. Hey, we're live. Welcome to Street Show, the virtual edition. We are here online with Courtney, Yasmineh. But first, a little bit about Street Show, and then she's going to play some music for us. Since 2017, Street Show has brought hundreds of hours of paid street show performances to Nicollet Mall and Hennepin Avenue in downtown Minneapolis. Now Street Show brings us this experience to you right into your homes, your dining room table where you're sitting and eating lunch, wherever you are, so wherever we are. Join us Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 1 for a variety of performers. Visit Street Show Minneapolis. Nope, excuse me, streetshowmpls.org for more information. These shows are brought to you by Minneapolis Downtown Improvement District, Hennepin Theater Trust, and the Warming House. Today we have singer-songwriter Courtney Yasmineh with us. Hi.
Hi.
Courtney.
Hi, Freddie. Thank
If you
you.
feel like you can tip the performer today, we will put her PayPal and Venmo links into the comment section. That would be lovely. Otherwise, just enjoy. Take it away, Courtney. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Brianna. We're all grateful to you for all that you do. Thank
Thanks.
you. So we're in Minnesota, and we're doing this for the great city of Minneapolis in Minnesota. So I'm going to start with our native song. Mr. Dylan wrote this song in 1961, the year that I was born. And I think he was only 19 years old when he wrote this. I think it's never been a more important song than it is right now. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accepted that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, for the times they are a-changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that is naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are changing. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he who gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside raging, and it'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are changing. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. The old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, for the times they are changing. The line it is drawn, and the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are changing. For my second song, I want to play you something that I wrote from the bed sheets during the fever that I'm fairly sure was part of the virus for this in the past month. Myself and two other people that I live with were all very sick. I went to the emergency room and they weren't able to test me. They tested me for other things, and they weren't able to test me for the coronavirus. But I think that that's what we had. Anyway, in a fever, I wrote this. I'm hoping to complete writing a new album of songs. It's always I was trying hard to write because I thought, well, maybe when you have a fever, you write like more tapped into your subconscious and tapped into the divine. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I do like this one. The main thing, my friend, is not to let fear overtake you. And the trouble you've seen, let it not overwhelm you. Keep your heart light, keep your chin up. Stay open to the possibilities and don't regret anything you've done. You're as radiant as the sun, and all you ever gave was your best. Even though your life put you to the test, I know all along you've been blessed. There's no reason to think hope would leave you now when you need it most. You got a big heart and love will see you through. We got enough for the whole world just between us two. So keep your heart light, keep your chin up. Stay open to the possibilities and don't regret anything you've done. You're as radiant as the sun. All you ever gave was your best. Even though your life put you to the test, I know all along you've been blessed. You're as radiant as the sun. All you ever gave was your best. Even though your life put you to the test, I know all along you've been blessed. Okay, so that's a brand new song. I always have this feeling that as a songwriter, you're maybe only as good as your most recent song. That's probably not true, but I always have that feeling like, oh, I hope my newest song is good. Anyway, that's my newest song. I'm going to continue for you with this story. I started doing these street shows when the Downtown Improvement District of Minneapolis and then the Hennepin Theater Trust as well started offering these as something to help the Nicollet Mall area and the Hennepin Avenue areas to become more vibrant and fun and safe, I think, too. And I wanted to be part of it right away. As a full-time artist, I appreciated that they were being very respectful and valuing performers like myself. And the other thing about it was that my big brother, who suffered with mental illness, was a homeless person himself for quite a while. He died about 2 years ago at a hospice center for indigent people in California, and we hadn't known where he was. We had lost track of him. It's very difficult to stay in touch when people are paranoid and ill. I wrote this song for him before I found out that he had died. And I've played this a lot out on the street as part of these street shows. And sometimes the homeless people will say to me that they like this song. So for anybody who's struggling today, or if you have a relative who's struggling, this song goes out to you. I am the broken, I had it buried so deep I couldn't feel it. I said I was on the top, but I was on the bottom. I tried to keep up with the healthy, with their cheerful dispositions, with the sun in their eyes. They don't want to see the suffering, so they put on their sunglasses and drive. Wanted to be one of them, not the broken, not the helpless, but it follows you wherever you go, breaks you down lower than you ever thought you'd go. Girl bathing in the sink at the shopping mall, boy with haunted eyes stoned on the sidewalk, no one to call, wounded man with his cardboard sign, woman picking through the trash for anything that she can find. But there's a will, let there be a way. Stand up, reach and find the words to say. This is not how we are going down. Where there is lost, love can be found. We are the broken. I still want to believe we have the power to rise above. Gather our strength until we're no longer on the outside looking in. My own brother's been out on the street for God knows how long now. My own mother doesn't know whether he's dead or alive now. Some of us are only one mistake away from being out there too now. What's a mother to do? What's a mother to do? Yeah! Together, people. Come together. Come together, people. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We have sinned by thought, word, and deed. By the time we reach the temple, we will all be on our knees. No easy answers while I beg to disagree. Compassion and willingness to lend a hand are all we need. Come together, people. Come together. Come together, people. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you. That song is called The Broken. It's on an album of mine called The High Priestess and the Renegade that I put out in 2018. And this song well, maybe I better do this first. I'm going to tell you the story of when I ran away from home when I was 17. I wrote a novel about it. It's called A Girl Called Sydney, Courtney Yasmineh. You can look it up on my website. Oh, I'll show you really quick. This is my website, CourtneyYasmineh.com. And I write a daily blog, so that's why it says blog there. But it's like so hard to look at it. CourtneyYasmineh.com, and you can look up the daily blog, and it tells all sorts of shocking personal things that a person probably shouldn't share. But I do. Also, you might as well look at this sign too. These are like Bob Dylan style handwritten signs that say how you can put money in my tip jar. I'm a full-time artist, and any support is greatly appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the story of when I ran away from home, and instead of telling it, I'm going to sing this song that I wrote to explain that I went to northern Minnesota and I became obsessed with the music of Bob Dylan. Way up on the borderline with only his voice and mine to be a distraction from the cold winter's nights. I came up from Chicago and there was nothing left to say. I up and stole my daddy's car, drove by the Northern Star, looking for salvation and a place to lay my head. In the summer, but the winter soon set in the homestead of my grandfather with the ghosts of my ancestors. I reckoned with my sins. My grandfather, he had died and left the place to me. A native found him years ago, face down in the blinding snow. His ghost hovered over me when the winds howled round the door. Gone away, my home, my family, my faith. Gone away, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Gone away, gone away. In Hibbing and Virginia, I played from bar to bar. I would sing the harmony. No one heard Bob's voice but me. Knowing he was there gave me the courage to set me free. I tried not to look back or switched my rail to another track. I left my family far behind and none of them got out alive. The songs were my companions when the loneliness set in. Tell me lies, tell me lies. I don't care who they were written for, those lines should all be mine. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Your words all glowed like burning coal and I was on my knees, you know. My heart aches for you still, you know. When I was only 8 years old, my grandfather, God bless his soul, said, little girl, take a tip from me. Wear your heart upon your sleeve. When your love goes, let him leave. You can't hold on to what's not yours to keep. Gone away, gone away. My home, my family, and my faith. Gone away, gone away. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Burn it on the fire we made. Only goodness will remain. I was married to Bob Dylan back in 1978. I told you I'd tell you that story. to go with that story, I have this song. This song is called 7 Times as Lucky, and it's on one of my older records called Beautiful Lonely. It's a record I'm really proud of. I think that altogether I have, it depends on how you count them and which ones have no repeated songs on them, but I think there are like 8 Courtney Yasmineh albums out there kicking around. You can look them all up on Bandcamp. If you want to buy my full discography, you can buy the whole thing, all the songs that are on all the albums. You can have them as downloads for one price, and I think it's like a third off or something. So you just go to Bandcamp and you type in Courtney Yasmineh, and you'll see the album. So this album was called Beautiful Lonely, and this song sort of picks up where the last song left off, telling my story of living alone at 17 in a cabin up on the Canadian border over the middle of the winter. A decision that I've never regretted. Look in the mirror at the woman I've become, and see the little girl stare back at me. I tell her I'm sorry that I wasn't there when she needed me. But look how far we've come. 7 times as lucky as the girl I used to know. 7 times as lucky as that girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky as that girl. You were only 17. The year when springtime never came. You stood looking out over the frozen lake, day in, day out. Only wish you could have known. 7 times as lucky as the girl I used to know. 7 times as lucky as that girl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky as that girl. So let the sun flow through your fingertips, warm on your hands in the afternoon. The ice is gone and the summer's come. I know you never dreamed the sun would come again. 7 times as lucky as the girl I used to know. 7 times as lucky as that girl. Whoa, whoa. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky as that girl. 7 times as lucky as the girl I used to know. 7 times as lucky as that girl. Whoa, whoa. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky. 7 times as lucky as since I have the capo on the 5th fret anyway, I'm going to play you 2 songs that I like to play in that key. Well, play it in that voicing. Let's put it that way. This song, I'll say this too. Yesterday was my youngest child's 24th birthday. My boy Jordan, happy birthday, Jordan. We got to spend it together. Several of us family members who've all been exposed to each other's illnesses, we're all able to be together, and it was great to be with him. He likes it when his mom sings this song, so I'll dedicate this song to him in his 24th year now. This song also meant a lot to my big brother, and for me as a woman who's going to turn 60 this year, this song also speaks to the frustrations of the difference between being 60 and 24. And on both sides of that, of course, there are times when we have a hard time understanding each other's perspectives. But I do want to say that I feel it's important for young people to feel empowered in this world and in our culture. And it's also important for older people to feel empowered and relevant, and that their position on things is valid as well, that they aren't put out to pasture. There's a lot of wisdom, of course, that comes with age. It's not time to make a change. Just sit back and take it easy. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to know. Find a girl, settle down. If you want to, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. I was once like you are now, and I know that it's not easy to be calm when you find something going on. But take your time, think a lot, think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow. Watch your dreams stay out. How can I try to explain? It's when I do, he turns away again. It's always been the same old story. From the moment I could talk, I was ordered to listen. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. It's not time to make a change. Just sit back and take it slowly. You're still young, that's your fault. There's so much you have to go through. Find a girl, settle down. If you want to, you can marry. Look at me, I am old, but I'm happy. All the times that I cried, keeping all the things I knew inside. It's hard, but it's harder to ignore it. If they were right, I'd agree, but it's them they know, not me. Now there's a way, and I know that I have to go away. I know I have to go. The first time I ever saw kids singing was when my family took me to a Christmas Eve service when I was about 6 years old. And the kids came out in these white robes. They had these little battery candles in their hands, and they were all singing. And I completely freaked out. I started grabbing my parents' sleeves and saying, "How did those kids get to do that?" And after that, they always had to drive me to the church and take me to sing in the choir, which they sort of hated because they were the kind of people that only really wanted to go to church like at most once or twice a year. And they were stuck taking their daughter all the time because I just wanted to sing so bad. So this song honors that. My life flows on in endless song above earth's lamentations. I hear the reel of far off hymn. It sounds a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep on singing? Oh, how can I keep from singing? But though the tempest loudly roars, I hear the truth it living. But though the darkness round me close, songs in the night giving. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. If love is Lord of heaven and earth, how can I keep from singing? Whoa, how can I keep from singing? It's the best verse, in my opinion. I lift my eyes, the clouds grow thin. I see the blue above it. And day by day this pathway clears, since first I learned to love it. The peace of God restores my soul, a fountain ever springing. All things are mine, 'cause I am loved. How can I keep from singing? Whoa, how can I keep from singing? Oh, I have this song for you. I think I should watch the time a little bit. It's only 12:30. Okay, so we have half an hour. So at the break, I'm not going to take a break, but at the halfway point, I'm going to advertise myself again. Here's my website first, CourtneyYasmineh.com, CourtneyYasmineh.com. And I write a daily blog about being a full-time artist. This is the emoji of the girl like this. I don't know. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, you don't have to read it. And this is PayPal and Venmo for Courtney Yasmineh, in case you like the show and would like to put a little good karma in your life right now by supporting a full-time artist. And of course, anything is appreciated. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are healthy, or I hope that you will stay healthy. I hope your relatives and the people you love are doing well. I know that this time is about being connected in our good spirit, good thoughts, good wishes for each other. I know that that's what this is about. So let's do everything we can for each other. This song is an apology to a man that is the father of my children. I probably loved you more than I let on. Gratitude and sympathy make a poor recipe. Was I saving you? Were you saving me? Either way, we were headed for misery. But what advice would I give? Yeah. Love's a tangled web. Lord have mercy, mercy on lovers who aspire to love everlasting, to love everlasting. I probably loved you more than I cared to admit. Cruel games and ugly lies made it all compromise. After all this time, you're still on my mind, on my mind. What we had could have been so fine. But what have I is what I get. Love's a tangled web. Lord have mercy, mercy on the lovers who aspire to love everlasting. Oh, to hear me when I say to you, I think there's only one thing you can do. Hold on to your faith in love till the day you die. It will lift you up, it will lift you up higher. But what advice would I give? Love's a tangled web. Whoa. Lord have mercy, mercy on the lovers who aspire to love everlasting, to love everlasting. To love everlasting. The song is called Tangled Web, and it's on my album called The High Priestess and the Renegade. I think I'll play a Nancy Griffith song for you. She's one of the artists that I admire the most for her songwriting and also for her career choices. She was a girl from West Texas, and she took her backing band, the Blue Moon Orchestra, to Europe
I don't know how many times or what exactly they did, but I know that she traveled in Europe, she toured in Europe, and that I think that all had a big effect on her. This next song talks about that she's traveling in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, and this song was probably written in the late 70s or early 80s. Um, Nancy Griffith is alive and well, I believe. So I'm not the expert. She is. The second verse is about my hometown of Chicago, where there continues to be racial inequalities, and where there certainly were during the time that she wrote this song. And the third verse is about being a child of the 60s, which I am as well. I am a backseat driver from America. The drive to the left on Falls Road. The man at the wheel's name is Seamus. There's a child on the corner he knows. And Seamus says, now what chance is that kid got? And I say from the back, I don't know. He says there's barbed wire to all of these exits, and there ain't no place in Belfast for that child to go. And it's a hard life, it's a hard life, it's a very hard life. It's a hard life wherever you go. And if we poison our children with hatred, then a hard life is all that they'll know. And there'll be no place in Belfast for that child to go. Cafeteria line in Chicago. The black man in front of me is calling black people trash to his children. Well, he's the only trash I see. And I'm thinking that this man wears a white hood in the night when his children should sleep. Well, they'll creep to their windows and they'll see him. They'll think that white hood's all they need. And it's a hard life, it's a hard life, it's a very hard life. It's a hard life wherever you go. And if we poison our children with hatred, then a hard life is all that they'll know. There'll be no place in Chicago where a child can go. I was a child in the 60s. And dreams could be held through TV. We had Disney and Cronkite and Martin Luther. And I believed. Now I am a backseat driver from America. And I am not at a wheel in control. I've been guilty, I've been war, and I have been the root of all evil. Lord, but I just cannot drive on the wrong side of the road. It's a hard life, it's a hard life, it's a very hard life. It's a hard life wherever you go. If we poison our children with hatred, then a hard life is all that they know. It's a hard life, it's a hard life, it's a very hard life. It's a hard life wherever you go. If we poison our children with hatred, then a hard life is all that they'll know. And there'll be no place on this earth where a child can go, because we'll have made it a hard life wherever they go. So I'm going to thank the Hennepin Theater Trust and the Downtown Improvement District and all the people who are part of those two organizations. They're great people. It's been wonderful for me to get to know them from being part of these street shows. I hope that we get to return to Hennepin Avenue and to Nicollet Mall, and that all makes sense sometime soon for everyone's sake. In the meantime, I'm going to play you a few more songs. My show is just about over today. I'll be doing a show of my own this Saturday night, May 9th, and you can go to CourtneyYasmineh.com and you'll see the link on Saturday. I did that about a month ago, and it was fun, and I think I played for a really long time. I don't know. I don't remember how long it was, but I think it was at least 2 hours or maybe like 2.5 hours. So if you want to hear more of this, there's plenty more where that came from, and you can go to CourtneyYasmineh.com and find out about May 9th. So I wanted to give you this song as well. I wrote this song. I went to the great lake they call Gitchigumi. There are 5 lakes in North America. The greatest of these is the lake they call Superior, the lake they call Gitchigumi. This song was written on the shore of that beautiful lake. I walked out of the beautiful room, 'cause it was empty now, and I tossed away the key, and I thought of all the times that I had seen the hand of God played out before my eyes, and I said, I know now why the caged bird sings. And I walked out to the shore of the shining waters, and I felt the hand of God on my shoulder, and I saw the seabirds high above me, and I felt the smooth stones beneath my feet, and all at once, we were all singing glory to the new day. Hallelujah. Time heals all things. Oh, yes it does, yes it does. Glory to the new day. Hallelujah. Time heals all things. Whoa, and out time of the beautiful room, 'cause it was empty now, and I tossed away the key, and I thought of all the times that I had seen the hand of God played out before my eyes, and I said, I know now why the caged bird sings glory, glory, hallelujah, glory, 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 hallelujah, glory, glory, hallelujah, glory, people who come to my shows know that whether I'm playing in America or in Europe or outside in my own city, I like to follow up that last song with this. My hero's hero, Mr. Dillon, started out by loving the music of Woody Guthrie. And in the words of Mr. Guthrie, this land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream water. Whoa, this land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon highway, I saw above me that endless skyway, and I saw below me that golden valley. Whoa, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, this land was made for you and me. Okay, you sing the melody, I'll sing that. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Oh, this land was made for you and me. Oh, I hope that your spirit has been lifted today. I'm grateful to you for listening. I know we've all been through a lot recently, and you can write to me at on my website, CourtneyYasmineh.com. I have a blog, and there also says Contact Courtney, so you can send me an email, or you can participate in my daily blog. There are about 1,000 people a day, it says, that read it. So it's always fun to hear other people's opinions of all the stuff that I let fly on that. And here is one more time, Courtney Yasmineh, PayPal and Venmo, if you'd like to put a tip in my tip jar. Thank you very much. To Brianna, who set this up for all of us today, thank you. And Brianna Lane runs the Warming House, which is a wonderful venue in Minneapolis. And she has a lot of other artists coming up. It's going to be every Tuesday and Thursday. So hopefully I'll get to do it again sometime. And I know that there are many great artists who you're going to get to see as part of this street show series. And hopefully soon we'll all be back together in real life. Brianna, I'm ready to say goodbye whenever you are. I can just, you know what I'll do? Brianna, I think, is going to shut it down whenever she's ready. But I can just play the song that my brand new song. I'll play it one more time as we're going out. If it gets cut off, it doesn't matter, because it was at the beginning of the show, too. The main thing, my friend, is not to let fear overtake you. And the trouble